They're coming back.
All right.
Hey,
fine.
and I've praised Carlie Irsay-Gordon, the new owner of the team, in the past for the fact that she's involved. And then when they started to lose, people were like, how's it going now? Hey, here's how it's going. She is in a position where she has maximum information when it's time to make decisions.
Yeah.
She's hearing the conversations that are happening during games. She's getting a sense of who the leaders are. She's getting the sense of whether the message is getting across. She's in a far better position than any other owner to make an informed decision about what to do with the team. And I think every owner should be as involved as she is. Because if you're going to make the decisions, you need the data. And she's gathering it in real time. And there is no replacement for that. If you are putting yourself in a position where you're eavesdropping on the communications that are happening between the coaches and the players and everyone involved, and you're trying to make sense of all of it, you are in a much better position to make an informed decision than an owner who is relying upon whatever his or her closest confidant has to say they should do, because at the end of the day, they're human beings who don't know what to do any more than the rest of us know what to do. And the more information you have, the better off you're going to be.
No, I agreed there. I mean, I love her approach. I definitely do. And I think the Colts are close. And I'll sit here and go, I think they would have been in the playoffs if Daniel Jones doesn't get hurt. That was a huge blow to their football team. I know they were a little wobbly, but I don't sit here and look and go, oh, they would have lost, the last 7 here if Daniel Jones was totally healthy through that process. Played through a game and a half with basically a broken leg, and then everything started to break down, and he tears the Achilles. That was a huge blow to their football team. They might have played above expectations early in the year and got everybody a little too pumped up, but I think they were a legitimate playoff football team, and with that type of blow and then what they had to do at quarterback was just too much to overcome, and of course one of the toughest schedules down the stretch in all of football.
And look, I know yesterday's game wasn't really indicative of what Riley Leonard could have done in games that still mattered, because yesterday was basically preseason for next year, but when I see Riley Leonard, I'm thinking, why did we bring Grandpa Phil? Why don't we just see what Riley Leonard
total
could do?
Preseason mode.
Yeah.
I mean, the Texans, I don't think
but
we're
there's
totally
no pressure
invested,
on.
but you're
There's
right.
no pressure on Riley Leonard.
I get it, but I'm with you. And Riley Leonard is developing as a passer, and we saw that at the end of Notre Dame. And he was a guy that I kind of liked coming out in the draft, because I saw Riley Leonard throw a little bit in person at the combine last year too, and I was like, man, Riley Leonard can throw the ball if he just continues to work on this. And he's big, and we saw yesterday the quarterback design runs, and I think. We were all having these conversations watching the game yesterday. Like, man, Phillip Rivers was good, but look, Riley Leonard can throw the ball past 30 yards down the football field. Riley Leonard can rip off a run for 15 or 20 yards, and I think people did question that, but understand it. With a young guy who hasn't played yet, it's hard to just throw him in that situation when there's so much meaning for the football team there, and they just didn't want to put him in that spot, I guess.
By the way, be careful about that.
Yeah?
That'll get you ejected. Don't do that.
Right.
Yeah.
With Alec Pierce.
Alec Pierce. That was ridiculous.
Crazy.
And we didn't have the audio on, so we didn't understand what was really happening, because it is a bright line. If you make contact with the official, you get ejected. And we saw him arguing with the official who was calling for a pass interference penalty. He wasn't trying to argue he was in bounds. He was clearly out, but he thought he was interfered with. And he went over to the official and had his arm out, and the arm, raised the official.
It wasn't intentional trying to touch the official. That's what's crazy. And yet we see players touch the referees intentionally and nothing happens, or unintentionally way more aggressive hits than that happened by accident and nothing happened. That was insane. He must have said something to go along with it that just triggered the referee a little bit yesterday. But that was a little bit of a crazy moment and seemed a little extreme, really, for what we saw.
Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.